It's weird because, like, so, like, one of the things you can do on this map is have Gonzalez, like, move between two different peak tiles to manipulate the AI, because the AI will run... So basically what it is, right, is, like, if Gonzalez is the closest enemy, they'll move towards him, but if he's on a tile they can never reach, they'll move to the next closest enemy, which is someone on the right, like, as you're going across the bridge. So what you do is you have him... While he's too far away from the Cavaliers for them to reach him, you have him move back and forth from a tile where they can't reach him and a tile where they can reach him.
Yes.
And so they'll see him as the closest enemy whenever he's on the far right tile, because there's a plains tile next to it. And so they'll run towards him. Then he walks to the left and they see that they can no longer ever reach him. So then they run backwards towards the next closest enemy, who's like, you know, someone who's far across the bridge.
The other side of the
map.
You
keep doing that, and they infinitely run back and forth.
Because they keep seeing a
because
new
they'll see...
enemy.
Yeah, new... And you can use that to occupy the reinforcements forever while you agree to grind into infinite money.
Exactly.
Or, more realistically, like, just spend a bunch of time figuring out how to sell all your shit to buy killer weapons.
Which I'm about to do. Well, I say about to. Merlin's is still, like, 10 turns away from the shop. I think I'm pretty much just going to leave everyone else over here to deal with this mess. And, like, Roy and Shin are going to kill this guy. I'd like it if you had something better than that, though. Like a killer bow would be nice. Jarrett, you're going to ferry the killer bow over to him. Okay, I want to bait out this last ballista use, though. Okay, make sure this isn't going to turn into a mess.
I mean, it kind of looks like it already is one to an extent.
I think we do this, let the paladin attack boars, and I think I just break the silver lance on the paladin.
I mean, it makes sense. You want your Jagan to use the silver lance when you have it. Exactly. So use your boar's Jagan.
He just has a silver lance. Yes. That does not kill. Here, we'll just go here. And then we can run onto like the mountain next turn or something to distract the reinforcements. Here, come attack one of these two. Throw a javelin at one of these guys or something.
Oh my god, you're tanking with Wolt.
I really wish I could turn on that paladin's range and just leave it on.
This map is so scuffed. This map is so scuffed.
This is probably the most scuffed I've ever seen this map before. I usually do some questionable things in this map, but this is probably the most scuffed I've ever seen it. This is also one of the...
I tend to think of this as a very straightforward map, too. Like, it's kind of incredible to me that you've been able to get it this bizarrely scuffed. I feel like, and this early, too, like, I feel like when it has been scuffed in the past for, like, either me playing or me watching people, it's typically, like, they want to spend a long time, you know, figuring out how to buy killer weapons, right? Either by selling shit or going to the arena. And then because of that, reinforcements, like, catch up farther than they have any right to over the bridge. But here, no, you've just, like, invited trouble in.
Yup. Trouble gets views.
Trouble does get views. And perhaps, if we're lucky, even some likes, comments, and some scribbles.
True.
Also, they're not throwing javelins at Wolt. Why are they going for boars instead of Wolt? I'm so confused.
Twang. Oh, we don't double the paladin. My day is ruined.
Horseslayer?
It's on Barth.
Oh. I got them mixed up.
Easy.
The side, you're almost done with this wave. The left right side, can you do me a favor and check what turn it is?
12.
I have some bad news for you.
I've still got plenty of time.
That's not the news. I mean, you do still have plenty of time if you consider the distance between now and enemy phase to be plenty of time.
Yeah, I can work with that. Where can you reach? All the way up there. Look at this.
Also,
Never mind, don't look at
I
this.
want to draw attention to something weird from FEWOD.
What's that?
So, it says enemy reinforcements. On turn 8, 5 Cavaliers in a row, 1 Paladin, 1 Troubadour next to them. On hard, they also join on turn 15. And then it says turn 12. Same as turn 8, but from below. On hard, they also join on turn 8.
So they join on turn 8 and
Yes,
turn
on
8.
hard mode, the reinforcements that show up on turn 8 also show up on turn 8. Good to know.
Very important information.
But on normal mode, the reinforcements that show up on turn 8 only show up on turn 8. They don't show up on turn 8 as well.
They just show up on turn 8, not turn 8.
No, but you're gonna get another wave on turn 8, or on this turn, and then you'll get another wave on turn 15.
Yes. So in other words, I have plenty of time.
Again, depends on your definition of plenty of time, but no.
Here, maybe they'll go for Echidna or something.
Oh, wait, no! I understand what they're saying. I get it. Okay, I was wrong. I was just misunderstanding it. So on turn 8, the 5 Cavaliers show up in the top zone, and then on hard, the top zone also gets turn 15 reinforcements. On turn 12, the 5 Cavaliers show up on the bottom turn, and on hard, you also get bottom Cavaliers on turn 8. So that's what they were saying. Okay. It was phrased weirdly because this is a Spanish website that was translated by Google.
Yeah.
So, like, its Google Translate didn't fully... I'm sure it makes a lot more sense in the original Spanish. But I get it. You know, like
sense.
I was saying last time, the grammar isn't an issue as long as I can understand, and I understand what they mean by it.
Oh my gosh, there's enemies down there.
Yeah, but you can just choke the point, the 2-tile, with, boars and... Oh wait, you don't have any other strong units.
I have boars.
I already said him.
Well, I also have boars.
Oh, you give him Replicate? You went through, Mechanist?
If only.
I must have missed that.
Society of Boars could get Replicate.
Society if,
Oh my god.
Actually, I was gonna say Society if there were skills in FE7, or FE6, but I actually think the game works a lot better without skills,
Yes.
personally.
Please. I think skills can be fun, but please don't put skills in my FE6. Okay. This side of the map is completely fine still. So how do you do
Yeah,
against
I
this
think
guy?
you should start rushing for the throne so that, like, you can
Yeah.
seize if you need to. You do also want to go shopping, though. Like, for real. This is the best armory in the game.
I do think since we're fairly close to the end, I just gotta pick out the important stuff I want to sell.
America gems.
I
Are
always,
you gonna give the body ring to Milady?
I'm not sure. Because usually,
Doesn't it help her, like,
because usually
certain-
Echidna's
or
my
Echidna,
usual
yeah.
go-to for the body ring. I would love to feed more kills.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really, like, give it to her if she doesn't get spun. Oh, you should probably spin.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Since we're
Because
so
whoever
close.
you spin is gonna need to start running across the bridge, because it's gonna take them a while to get to the boss.
I can just feed him to someone down here if I need to.
True.
I'm not hyper.
True.
I'm not, hyper concerned about it always being the boss or something. As long as they die.
Okay, but Flair has been abused for far too long. You can't continue to neglect him. Isn't his whole thing that Narshian's like,
He
hey,
keeps leaving him in charge of places.
be
that
a
he doesn't
human
feel like-
sacrifice so that I can escape?
Basically.
And he's like, what?
Okay, I do like the idea of
Spin
spinning
the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin
Where's
the
my
wheel,
mouse? There it is.
spin the
Oh, I
wheel.
never updated the wheel. Whoops, daisies. You can tell
Okay,
this.
so what you need to do is put Wolt on there 8 times.
You can very easily tell that this was a subsequent recording right after 12X.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Barth. Boars. It's gonna be really awkward if it's someone like Boars, because he just...
Yeah, how do you kill him?
Wait. Gonzalez.
Oh, you kill him with Gonzalez? That makes sense.
I would love to see a really weird reality where you get where a Berserk unit gets EXP for killing one of your blue units. Because I would love to see the
well, if you want to see that really weird reality, you should play Berwick Saga.
Noted.
I'm not joking. That happens. It happened to me. It's very funny.
Because that would be so funny. I would love to see the weird tech you could do by, oh, like you have them kill this person for that little bit of extra EXP they need to hit a stat benchmark.
It's like the Radiant Dawn speedrun strat where they have Zhark kill a bunch of blue and green units to finish the map faster.
Oh, that's right. Or you just deploy a bunch of like scrubs in that one map and just have them all get eaten by the red units. Look at this wheel. There's a lot of people on this wheel.
Yeah, and most of them are people we don't want dead, either because they're actually good or they're memes. And then there's also Geese.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think Geese and Barth are the two best ones to roll. I mean, Wolt also, but I kind of like the idea of Wolt making it to endgame.
This is actually tragic.
Oh! Oh, that's horrid.
This is actually...
How did you know before me? Because you said, oh, this is tragic when it was slowing down on Barth. I thought Barth was going to die.
Oh, there must be a little bit of...
How did you know before me?
There must be a little bit of stream delay.
Oh, true.
Oh, this is actually upsetting. This is very upsetting. Oh, no.
Yeah, how are we going to kill him? We were just talking about it. How are we going to kill him? There's no mages on this map.
I mean, the Silverlance Paladin does some damage to him.
You could give him, oh no, I was gonna say you give him a sword, but this isn't FE8.
I'll just rip his weapons away and just wait for him to get hit or something.
Yeah.
Or I'll rip his weapons away and throw him down here, where multiple enemies can reach him or something. The question is, who's doing the weapon ripping? Because I did that thing
who can safely... So you can have him move out, and trade them to someone else instead.
True.
But everyone has full inventories.
I know. Because I'm really good at management. I'll handle that in a sec. I think we just enemy phase this. He'll be fine. I do want to go down and get this though. That's what Milady's going to be working on. I think I want to just go ahead and promote her. I don't think she's gonna get another full level up before the map ends.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
She got a speed level up, which is kind of like what she really wants, from what I've heard. Woo! Good unit.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the argument for body ring on her, is like because it lets her hit some speed thresholds.
Because 10
like
speed,
con 10 is like
10 con lets her use. She just loses
nothing without getting weighed down, but 12 would.
Yeah, 12. The body ring would set her up to 12, which means she's only losing like 2 from Steel Lance, I guess. Okay, how we gonna do this? I kind of like this idea. Just get this guy out of the way. What's the next turn? 15 is whenever the guys show up here.
Yeah, 15 is the next round of reinforcements.
Okay, so I have a turn where I can do this. Just get one less enemy on the map.
But then you do have to GTFO.
Yes.
With everyone except for Boars. I'm actually really sad about that.
I know. I'm really upset for you because I know you just... I know you really like this unit.
He's my favorite little meme. He's my favorite little meme. Although, I guess we do get to... I guess on the bright side.
That's right.
On the bright side, we do get to read the Boars Fire Emblem wiki entry. God, Boars Fire Emblem is in my most frequent searches. Alright. Profile. Boars, along with his younger sister, Gwendolyn, are part of the...
Oh boy.
Boris, along with his younger sister Gwendolyn, are part of the Ostian Armor Knights, a notably strong sector of Ostia's military. And I don't think that's true. I think the Armor Knights are kind of shit, actually.
The Armor Knights are kind of bad.
Around the time he was knighted, he met and befriended Barter. I think that's supposed to be Barth, but it says Barter. It says Barter. To be fair, it is. I'm noticing now only one letter off.
Yeah.
But, another member of the Ostian Armor Knights. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess you could still triangle attack if you'd gone Barter route.
True.
He also became acquainted with Astolfo, an Ostian spy. He also became Stop just saying. Listen. At one point, he competed in a martial tournament or a martial arts tournament. That wasn't their mistake. That was me not speaking well. At one point, he competed in a martial arts tournament against his will, where he battled and defeated Barth. Okay, so you got it right that time. Though little else is known about this competition. During his time as a knight, he apparently gained the trust of the Ostian Marquis Hector, as Boris made him responsible for the safety of his daughter Lolina. Can we loop back to competed in a martial arts tournament against his will? Like,
yeah.
What do you mean competed in a tournament against his will? Like,
what did that entail?
Is this like a post-apocalypse where they like took Boris as a slave and made him fight in the gladiatorial arena, or what the fuck are we talking about?
I haven't read those reports, so I don't know.
When King Zephiel of Burin sets his sights on Lycia as the next target of conquest, Marquis Eliwood of Foray wrote to his son Roy, who was staying in Ostia, telling him to return home. That's just the plot of the game. That has nothing to do with Boris.
I love it when they can't think of something.
Boris, Elen, Walt, and Marcus accompanied Roy to Foray. From there, he fought under Roy's leadership on a journey to thwart King Zephyriel's goal of human eradication, witnessing the death of Hector and reuniting with Gwendolyn, Barth, and Lolina amidst the Ostian revolt. After the war ended, Boris returned to Ostia, helping to rebuild the war-ravaged country. He also strove to bring harmony back to the people of Ostia, who have been divided by revolution.
Okay. I guess like
Boris has been shown
plot synopsis.
Boris is a difficult unit to use compared to Alan Lance and even Volt. His strength and skill are slightly below average, but by no means terrible. His resistance is terrible, and will remain so for the duration of the game. Unfortunately, while his speed growth is reasonable, his speed base is abysmal, and many early game units can double him, effectively cancelling out his durability. That's all actually correct.
Yeah, that's...
I'm surprised.
Because that's my biggest problem.
As an armor knight, he will face many difficulties throughout the game, particularly in hard mode, where axe-using enemies can take him apart fairly easily because of his bad bases and his bad hit rates. Boris also has terrible mobility, and will lag behind regularly if carried, particularly after his promotion, where carrying him becomes almost impossible. He competes for the Knight's Crest with the game's cavalry. Although he's a triangle attack user, utilizing it is very difficult as all three armors are slow and difficult to raise. In general, while Boris is not useless, he tends to provide very little that cannot be done by others. That's an actually accurate assessment of Boris.
That's a good entry.
His speed growth is very good, but it doesn't change the fact that his base is too bad for that to matter. I say very good. His speed growth is pretty good, but his base is too low for that to matter. Axe units are a problem for him and negate a lot of his bulk advantage. Like,
because that's kind of my biggest
problem. This is all true.
This
is all true. How the fuck is Boris? This proves that Boris is the best unit because he's the only one who has an accurate wiki entry.
He's the only one with a good wiki entry. What?
He was too pure for this world.
How did they get that right? Like, of all units, I guess they had to get the best unit correct.
Yeah.
Also, my strat for Boris dying is I'm just gonna leave him here to do stuff.
You're gonna just abandon all of his weapons, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, it's irons and throwables. I don't think they're a big deal.
It's gonna be too difficult to fly in and extract all of that off of him. So I think we're run and just have him. I kind of want to try to make room for the paladin to start chipping at him.
Like, the only thing that I take issue with is the emphasis on his resistance being terrible, because, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I think that even if he started with capped resistance, he would still be a bad unit.
Yeah.
Because you just don't face enough magical enemies for that to be relevant, especially not early on.
Yeah, the magic isn't his problem. It's that he takes 14 damage on his 20 HP in Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets doubled by axe users, whose weapon triangle, like, negates a good amount of his bulk.
Because his HP
like,
base
he's taking
is really low.
2 extra damage every time he's doubled by an axe user, and his HP base is pretty low. Yeah,
it's only 20.
I guess I would have added that if I had to add something. I mean, it's a bit of a disappointment that there's nothing funny in here. Oh wait, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Etymology. Sir Bors is a character from Arthurian legend that appears in tradition. He's Lancelot's cousin, nephew to Lancelot's father and Band of Benwick, according to Sir Thomas Mallory's La Morte d'Arthur. Did you just get Barth killed at the end of the map? Okay, but what's your plan for next turn?
I have like,
what's your plan for next turn? You can't rescue him out!
I have about 6 seconds before I have to address that issue. We'll just kill him. The paladin.
So that's interesting. So it explains Gwendolyn. Why Wendy's Gwendolyn. But apparently Sir Bors has relationships with Sir Percival and Sir Gwendolyn, as well as Lancelot and Gawain. Kind of weird that there is a unit named Percival and they didn't give him any relationship with Bors.
Huh.
Like, I think it, like, obviously, you know, he's a Truian, Bors is Ostian, like, they wouldn't have a huge relationship, but I think it would have been a cool reference to at least have them have a support.
Yeah. Just
anyway, what the fuck is the plan?
Well, first off, we panic. Second...
Oh, you have the elixir, right?
I have an elixir. So I think I'm gonna elixir him up, and I'll have someone like Gonzo stand here instead.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do need to get out, because it is turn 15 after all.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming.
I can always mend him back up, too. Because no one else really needs to be healed. Well, she needs to be healed this turn.
Mm-hmm.
We'll elixir this turn.
Echidna wants some healing.
Wait, where the frick is my elixir?
It's so tragic that Bors has to die. Because you're gonna have to be here forever while that happens.
Here, use the Horse Slayer so it hopefully scares the enemies away. Especially since this was like a funny blessed Bors too. Yeah.
Did you know Bors fact? Bors placed 53rd out of 80 in the character popularity poll for Fire Emblem The Binding Blade.
Yo. Pretty pog. I kind of want to go for this.
A lot of this here is just about the supports, which I'm planning a Bors character analysis video, so I'll save that for that.
Understandable.
Yeah, there's not really any funny mistakes about Bors.
Which is kind of impressive.
He's apparently makes a cameo in chapters 16 and 17 of the manga.
Well, that's neat. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess the biggest mistake was that they called Barter, or they called Barth Barter.
Yeah.
Like, it's one letter off.
Yeah.
I can't even be that mad about that. Like, don't fix it, because again, Fandom's a shitty company, but I can't be mad about that.
Okay, we can wait here. I think I promote Tate this turn, just so I can use her more.
Wait, Tate can't rescue Barth, can she?
Nope. Even
That's
unpromoted.
He's so fat.
His 16 build is so much. So I think we grab the Elysian whip and we just go ahead and promote.
Makes sense. I was just gonna say, like, you know, you just want to make sure that, yeah. You know, it'd be funny if if you promoted a character while they're rescuing someone, and they're no longer able to rescue them, if they crash to the ground and fucking die, crushed under the weight. You know, Shanna's holding Boris or Barth or someone, right?
How much weight
And then
can
she
you
promotes.
handle?
Not that much weight, unfortunately. That's not how it works. You can just drop them.
Yeah.
And a similar thing happens if a Lugh is rescuing someone and then they untransform and they are no longer able to rescue them. But I think it would be very funny, especially if it was a flyer, if they just like crashed land.
I remember we did
die.
that in 0%. We were in Without a King and we were so bored to death on what to do, and you were like, "Oh, watch this!" You like rescued Riss with Janaf or something.
Yeah, and then I let him untransform and he no longer could.
And it was peak funny.
I also think it would be funny if a flyer was over like a chasm. In vanilla, if a flyer dies rescuing someone and they're over terrain that they can't be on, they just drop onto like the nearest terrain they can. I think it'd be very funny if they just dropped into the terrain that they can't traverse. So you've just got Boris standing in the middle of the ocean, like, help.
That sounds
Help
very
me.
funny.
Or even worse, they just drown. If it's water.
Okay, so 3 killing edges. Killer lances are the big one.
Because all of your flyers,
6,
including Zeus.
7.
Oh, just get as many as you fucking can.
8, 9, 10.
Maybe a few bows and some jabs too, but
I have plenty
like,
of
are we
javelins.
saving money for like Nos? Because if not, like,
really.
basically go broke.
I
think basically go broke then.
I do want some money for Arcadia potentially, but
What can you get in Arcadia? Restore?
I feel like I remember there being decent stabs there.
Let me check. I know it's not Physic, because you don't get
Yeah, it's
Physic
not
till the
Physic.
route split.
But I guess you have the silver card by that point anyways.
Fire, Caliber, Lightning, Flux, Nosferatu, Mend, Restore, Torch. I don't know if that's a torch or a torch staff. It's 500, so it leads him to leave it
That's
a
a torch item.
and pure water.
Oh, pure water. I want to buy pure water. I have no pure water
Yeah,
right
pure
now.
water's 900 apiece, so maybe stop here so
Yeah,
you can get a bunch of pure waters.
I think I have plenty now. Okay. Roy, you just sit right here and wait to seize.
Oh, that's cute. WOD says strategies for normal mode. The dots on the image are because of the sandstorm. Your Game Boy isn't broken. Don't pay attention to them. No, but like that, I get it. I get it.
That's
if you
cute.
like turn on the thing and you just got a bunch of static, like I get it. I appreciate the reassurance.
I like that.
Because like if you're playing it on Game Boy, not emulator, it's the entire screen just gets covered in dots. Like I would think there's something wrong.
Suddenly Boris isn't eating crits anymore, and I kind of wish he would.
He used up all of his crits earlier.
We
It's funny because we were talking about how bulky he is and how
I
impossible he is to
know.
kill, and now you actually want to kill him. This is like, Jana was doing an Iron Man, and it was a modified Iron Man. Like, I think people called them Tin Mans, because he's doing it of Echoes that he's never played before. So he's like, I want to actually finish the game, so I'm making a rule that if all Marcelica dies, I reset, I keep all of the people who have died, and the last unit to have taken an action that is not dead dies as well, in the place of all Marcelica, right?
I've heard of rules like that before.
And he got into a situation where he had to kill off his Pegasus Fae, who was like his strongest unit.
Oh.
And he went into the dungeon to try to kill her off, and he couldn't.
Stupid healers.
Because she was just so strong.
Wait a second. It was 2015.
That she was just one-rounding all of the enemies. It was very funny.
This guy's terrifying. I think we Brave Bow. Get this guy out of here.
I mean, it would be nice if he chose to attack Boars instead.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's terrifying, but, like, you have someone you want him to terrify.
There we go. Oh, we're out of Javelin. Here, poke this guy or something. I'm going to run out of enemies that can hurt boars. Although I think now we just run.
Drop his inventory.
Oh, that's an even better idea. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Do it next turn.
That's a.
I thought you were using it for weapon triangle, like to make him take a little bit extra.
We're gonna pretend that's what I was doing, because that makes me sound much smarter than I actually am.
Well, but he's at weapon triangle neutral, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it wasn't. It wasn't actually doing anything. I just thought you had a method to your madness.
Nope. I want to pull back, because I think this is the turn where they show up now. Because it's turn 8, 12, and I think it was supposed to say 16, because it makes sense that it would be every 4 turns. I think we run away. Where are you at? You're at plenty of HP.
I mean, isn't that what we've been doing?
Whoa, that was a lot of robot.
I was saying, isn't that what we've been doing this whole time? Running away?
It was supposed to be, and then I do this dumb thing where I see a kill and I go, I can just like jump in and grab that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh.
What?
I pressed visit instead of rescue. It's not super important.
I thought you were excited about Percival Milady Douglas, that dialogue. I was confused.
No, I was menuing too quickly and I was expecting rescue to be the top option.
This is like when you play FE5 and Wade is on the top.
Or
instead of staff.
yeah, okay, that tripped me up so much in FE3 with
Oh, it's also the case in FE3, yeah. And Tearing Saga.
I've noticed a lot of modern Thracia patches have changed that, where they put weight on the bottom. But I know in the older ones especially, they put, which I kind of don't mind weight being one of the top options, because it makes moving units like quicker so you don't have to scroll over to weight. I don't like that staff is below weight. That irritates me to no end.
I think weight should always be the bottom, because if you're trying to wait, you just hit the up button to get to it in time.
Yeah, it's nice because it's been that way for the whole series, so it makes sense to always be there. But I kind of appreciate it in FE4. Like a game like FE4, I like weight being the top option.
I disagree. I really don't like it being the top option ever. Because you talked about like it being the top option is good for fast menuing. It's one more button press. If it's always at the bottom, it's always one button press away. You press up to have it loop. I think that is a perfect balance between convenience and not making you accidentally hit weight when you didn't want to. Because, you know, you mentioned staffs, and that is obviously a frustrating one, but like, what if you wanted to trade or use a vulnerary or something, right? Like, if you accidentally double tap A, it shouldn't get you into something you can't come out of.
No, I definitely see that. Still want to sell.
Yeah, I think that bottom weight is close enough to being a single button press. Because it is literally just, you just press up and then... It's similar to, like, I think that global staff should always ask for confirmation.
Yes, please.
And I feel the same way about, like, top weight. I don't think weight should ask for confirmation, but I think that pressing up to scroll to weight functionally serves as confirmation.
I think...
and everything else is, the confirmation is choosing the target, right? Like, attack, choose the target, staff, choose the target, are sort of the confirmations.
Don't the modern games have, like a confirmation end, where if you hit the end key, or the end button, it asks, are you sure you actually wanted to end your turn? Not like end the unit's turn, like end the entire turn.
So...
I know they also have...
I know older games don't.
Yeah, older games don't, but I think starting in Awakening, you can turn on an option where... Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You can turn on an option where it'll ask if you actually want to end the phase or not. Which can be nice. I have this habit that I've built over the years where basically my thumb only hovers over the B button. and I kind of like switch over to A if I ever need it.
Mm-hmm. Well, but my thing
Which
is
isn't
like
a-
sometimes you accidentally double tap it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if you weren't hovering over it.
Which can happen. Okay, good. They're running over to him now. Oh, never they do damage.
Maybe that's why they weren't attacking him earlier.
Yeah, we're just gonna drop the weapons. It's just a couple of iron stuff. It kind of sucks, but I'm gonna pay for convenience.
I mean, you were going to be losing them when you lost boars anyway.
Yeah.
And now, like, he'll just
It's
get
just
chipped
faster
away
now.
3 damage at a time.
Oh my
Because they're never gonna crit him again.
Nope. Can nobody... Wow, this Troubadour so fast. 16 speed? What? Why are you so fast?
I mean, isn't Valkyrie Troubadour generally a fast class? Like, that's the big thing people say about Cog of Destiny.
That is right. Oh, they're standing on a house, too. That's where some of the avoid's coming from. Hit. Thank you. Now, everyone run right, please. And I did drain this bottom ballista, so we don't have
Good.
to worry about that. And
So
then,
you can zoom away safely.
Yoink.
And rescue. You should have Tate rescue Bart.
If only.
Wait, can can she? Clarine?
Nope.
Oh my god, not even Clarine.
I think Shin can, because Shin has low con.
Because of the
but
sexist aid formula?
Yeah. I don't think he can pick up promoted Barth, but he can pick up unpromoted Barth. I think if Shin's unpromoted, he can pick up unpromoted Barth. Oh, I was supposed to sell stuff this turn. Oops.
You know what I was just thinking of? Because, like, you did the Wheel of Death thing. And, so follow this line of thought, right?
Uh-huh.
Is, I was like, it's kind of like we're turn floored in an LTC, because we can't seize even though Roy's right next to the throne. But then I was like, oh, Death Wheel would kind of be interesting LTC, in the similar way to, like, people do draft LTC competitions and stuff. But then I was like, no, because, like, you get really unlucky, you can't kill people or whatever. So then I was like, you know what might be a more interesting format on that same vein? Randomized deployment LTC.
Ooh.
Where you spin a wheel to determine who you deploy.
I've seen people do something like that for FE11, but they have a script run and randomize everyone's classes at the start of every map.
Well, but I mean specifically with
But
the
this one
LTC
is-
aspect, where it becomes like, instead of don't seize.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just
Okay.
trying to protect Roy.
I was concerned.
Because I baited this hero all the way over here. Now I have to deal with my consequences of my
Yeah.
actions.
Consequences of your actions is difficult.
Oh me, oh my. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Nyom.
Zoom zoom.
Nyom. Who are you holding again? Oh, you couldn't.
Not Barth. We know that much.
Oh, I have stat boosters I can dole out while we wait. Because I keep forgetting to get these stat boosters out.
Right, what stat boosters do you have?
I think it's a Speed Wing, a Draco Shield, some other stuff. I need to look in the convoy and see what it is. Let's see, what do we have? It's an Angel Rogue, Draco Shield, and Speed Wings. Which, I think my only bench units that I would even consider giving stuff to is like Rutger.
Yeah.
But I don't think he really
You've
wants
got,
any of
well,
those.
Fear. You've
Fear
got
too.
Fear. Like, you promoted her. I feel
Yeah.
like she'd be a better beneficiary as a result.
Let's see. Who really wants the Draco Shield? I really want it on a flyer. That's who I really like giving my Draco Shields to. I'd give it to Echidna to help her frontline a little bit better. I'd give it
You could give it to Roy under the, like, assumption that
All
Your
investment.
Roy's pretty okay, and it's not going to be wasted investment.
I mean,
Like,
it's the idea of Roy's going to be in every map, so every drop of investment I give him is guaranteed return on investment.
yeah, part of me is like,
I don't think it's a bad idea.
part of me feels like it's a bit of a sunk, like it's a fallacy, not sunk cost, but like similar to when you refused to deploy Marcus a bunch in chapter 10. In that like other people could make much better use of it, but are risky. So like he is safe, but also like it's a worse use, but it's a safer use, I guess.
I think I'll do Tate just to make the desert easier. So she's gonna
Yeah.
be flying all over the place doing stuff.
Or you can give them to Milady and just hope she doesn't get spun.
Yeah, Milady's already super beefy in defense, though.
Yeah. Maybe give the shield to Roy and the robe to Tate?
Possibly. What are we looking at for HPs? None of you guys really want it, I guess. Although Echidna...
Yeah, I don't know. Echidna's another good one.
Echidna's
like, the thing is, if we give the... Okay, so if we give all of the stat boosters to Echidna, and Echidna gets rolled next map, it sucks.
Yes.
So
we kind of
if we give all the stat boosters to Roy and he doesn't do anything, and Echidna doesn't get rolled for like 7 maps, then we've wasted those stat boosters.
Yes.
So I think we give them all to Echidna.
Because we can always do like Body Ring Echidna, Draco Shield Tate, and kind of spread them out a little bit.
We could spread them out, but then they're each less effective.
Yeah.
Like, Echidna struggles with her con and her bulk, and I think that you have the things to patch all of them up and make her into a much more competent unit. And then you can blame me when she dies next map.
I'm never going to use this thing. Okay. Who still needs to move? Oh, you do. I do like the idea of Draco Shield plus body ring to Echidna.
Yeah. You don't want to give her the robe? Maybe robe Roy or Tate?
I might do robe Tate.
Yeah, and then you're sort of splitting the difference. You are still... That does still benefit Echidna quite a bit to have those two. Because then she's, like, getting doubled by fewer things and also... Jesus Christ, Boars,
just stop dodging. Please. just get hit, please. Twang.
I mean, he got hit by that one.
Finally. Do you want me to leave animations on so you can see his final animations, or...?
Up to you.
Maybe.
You can let him die with dignity, or you can let him do... or you can let him speed things up to prove that he's relevant in fast play.
Oh, this is so tragic.
Oh my god! No!
That is so upsetting.
That's so rude.
Woo! Okay, Merlin is...
Is there anyone else that Milady can fight?
Oh, there's some enemies down here. Have her go fight these mercenaries.
Yeah, you could just like... I know you want to promote her early, but...
Oh, I went ahead. I just promoted her a moment ago. Because I didn't realize...
Oh, did I just mistake her sprite? I just mistook her sprite.
Oopsie daisies.
For some reason, I thought that was the unpromoted Wyvern sprite.
Eh.
Maybe because, like,
they're very
Sacred
similar.
Stones? They are very similar, too.
I can't believe
I was thinking because in Sacred Stones, like, Wyvern Lord is the promoted one. So I think maybe I was looking for that sprite. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know.
Anyone really wants
I think the biggest difference is that the sprite has, like, that white portion, and you can't see it when they're grayed out.
Yeah, it's a very small difference. Do a crit.
No. Look, I'm just happy he hit, okay?
Okay, yeah, I should just be happy. Oh, look at that. He dies to a crit next turn.
They both hit.
Finally, the stars are aligning. Oh, but he dodged that one. Okay, so we do robe on you. Put on the jacket and get 7 HP.
Hell yeah.
I also get HP whenever I put on jackets because it protects me from the cold, and I don't like
Maybe
being cold.
that's why maybe that's why I have such low HP, because I'm always naked.
So Draco shields. Oh, I have a speed wings.
Boom. Oh, eat the wings! Eat the wings!
Who eats the wings?
Geese. Because
No.
geese have wings. Geese have wings! It makes sense!
Do. I almost want to give it to the lady.
Jacob, Milady is riding a wyvern. It would offend the wyvern if she ate chicken wings. It's like, that's my cousin you're eating right there. You know, it's like if you were eating chicken in front of a chicken. You don't eat the wyvern wings in front of a wyvern.
I give him the Gonzo.
It's just rude. Yeah, actually, Gonzo would probably benefit from them the most out of everyone.
I think Gonzo's not a bad candidate for him.
Like, let him double a few people that he couldn't otherwise.
How much does he get on promo again? I know skills when he gets a big
like
improvement on. Skills when he gets 5.
2, I want to say? I want to say 2? I might be wrong. I can check.
Slowly wait for the reinforcements to chip boars away.
Well, I typed FE6 gone and it said Divine Dragon. I was like, no.
Are you sure?
He gains 2 speed on promo.
Okay.
5 skill though, which is really nice.
Yes. He would actually match Lot's speed whenever he promotes. Which is kind of funny. I was kind of hoping to go down on a crit. That would have been kind of cool.
Maybe he'll get hit twice and then die to a crit when he only had 3 HP left.
Watch Boars get another level up before he dies. Yeah, I like Gonzo. I like the Gonzo idea. Give wings. There we go. And body ring.
There we go.
Ghouls. All statted.
Alright, now all we gotta do is kill boars.
Yep, now he's gonna wait for boars.
It's okay, boars continues to be a good unit in my Burger King playthrough, so his spirit lives on.
I'm not gonna send someone in the arena. We've been here too long.
You don't want to train Milady in the arena?
It's so tempting.
I've definitely used it to train her when she's unpromoted before, not gonna lie.
I almost never want to send promoted units into the arena. It's too scary that they could run into a Swordmaster or Berserker. If you're gonna send
quick
people,
bonus and you just fucking die.
Yeah, and there's just nothing you can do about it. So if you're gonna send someone, it pretty much has to be an unpromoted unit. Like Roy. So the FE3 arena is really funny because it doesn't care whether you're promoted or not. It just
Wait, really?
It just rolls an enemy for you to fight. I sent Marth into the arena, and it put him up against like a level 3 mercenary, and then for roughly the same amount of gold, he didn't level up or anything. So this isn't like a level bracketing or system or whatever. For almost the same amount of gold, it put him up against a hero that one-rounded him.
That's so funny. I still think that the I still think that the Tearing Saga Arena is the funniest one ever invented. No, he's gonna get hit for 2 and get brought down to 1 HP, and then he'll get crit. Never mind, I was wrong. You want to hear some details about the Tearing Saga Arena?
Oh yes.
So first off, you bring your weapons into the arena, and they can break, and if they break, you just stand around until you get fucking killed. This is made even funnier by the fact that there's a weapon called the Sword Breaker, which arena enemies can and often do have, which will break a sword, will break an equipped sword if you hit someone with it. So they can just break your sword and you just stand around. Oh
Like
my
a
god, Boris,
loser.
seriously, just please die.
So close.
Another funny thing about the arena is you can see what class your enemy has before accepting the bet. And so if you send a bow unit in, you can just only have them fight against flyers.
Oh, fighting
Another
flyers.
funny thing about the arena is, you can face units of basically any class in the arena, including Lord's personal classes.
Oh, that's funny.
I think there's a few exemptions. I know for a fact you can face Holmes's personal class. I think you can face Renan's. You can't face, like,
That's a good level.
non-combat classes. But you can face, like, a wild variety of classes, including, like, a bunch of what would be unique classes.
In FE3, if you're playing Book 2... Oh, there he goes.
Finally, the legend
It's so
has fallen.
sad.
I'm sorry, Lady Lolina.
But in FE3, I sent little Caster into the arena, and it put him up against a Wyvern. Not a Wyvern Knight, not a Draco Knight, a Wyvern.
The actual... Oh, that's so funny.
Like, in FE3 Wyvern that you fight in the desert, and it just started spewing
Yeah,
fire
that's so
breath at
funny.
him. It was very
That has
funny.
the same energy. That has the same energy as the FE4 arena having, like, dark mages in it.
Yeah.
Which the Tearing Saga arena also has witches in it. Like the
Oh, that's
teleporting
very
witches.
funny.
Another fun fact about the about the Tearing Saga arena is there's a unit who has Mercy. You can send her into the arena, and despite the fact that she has Mercy for plot reasons, like she's taken a vow to never kill anyone, and it's a really big deal made out of it, of like, you know, they said that you defended your village from a bunch of murderers. You did it by shooting them in the legs and wounding them. You refused to kill everyone. And there's even, like, she's one of the units who can potentially leave you if you do an event a certain way. Because she's, like, being scolded by the tactician for not killing anyone. So, like, her not killing anyone is a big part of her personality. Anyway, if you send her into the arena, Mercy no longer functions, and you can get confirmed kills on every single class up to 99. And she's actually probably the best arena fighter.
That's great.
Another fun fact about the arena is the arena master checks to see how good your stats are. You know how in SOV, it'll tell you, like, a unit's score?
Yeah.
Basically just based on their stats? So they have that in Tearing Saga as well, and if your score is too low, the Arena Master will tell you that you're too weak and it wouldn't be a good fight, and send you out.
Oh, that's funny.
And if your score is too high, he'll ban you from the arena forever, and you can never go again.
You've been banned to Ubers.
But then there's a skill called Gladiator that it gives you plus 20 hit, avoid, and crit in the arena exclusively. And it widens the margins that your score's allowed to be in for you to participate in the arena. It's one of the terrain boosting skills, because there's, like, each map in Tearing Saga has, like, is listed as a terrain. So, like, this is a sea map, this is a city map, this is a forest map. And if you have a skill that matches that, you get plus 1 move and plus 20 hit and avoid, or plus 10 hit and avoid and crit.
That's kind of cool.
On that map. And then, like, the Gladiator one, since it doesn't affect your move, it's just plus 20 hit, avoid, and crit. And Slayer is the same way. Slayer is just against monsters. So.
I at least want to fire off one killer ballista arrow. But I might just leave.
I was gonna say, what are we doing?
Just getting some money. I realized that since
I was confused why we were waiting there that so long.
I realized that since Shin has to use bows in the arena, I don't have to worry about running into, like, swordmasters and stuff.
Yeah, because they ripped off snipers.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also face a hand axe berserker.
I don't know if I've ever seen a hand axe in the arena before.
Yeah, maybe that's just FE4 I'm thinking of.
Yeah, FE4 is funny in its arena, because you'll have an enemy with a really scary weapon in the melee arena. For example, I think there's a wyvern that has a brave lance or a horse slayer. I can't remember which one it is. But if you do the 2 range arena, he just has javelin.
Yeah, usually the bow arena is just much
gosh.
easier.
Okay, I gave you a chance and you blew it. We're gonna leave.
It's one of the arguments for like promoting the fighter.
Yeah, Javier over Johan.
You Javier.
Oh,
People say like his combat's better, but so people say his combat's better, but his stats are actually worse than Johan's. It's literally just that he can access bow arena.
Yeah, it's just that
once he's promoted though. Like, but only when he's promoted. But yeah, it's like he has slightly worse bases, but he has so much, or he's slightly better bases, but his promotion bonuses are so much worse than Johan's that like his combat is actually just worse, even if you ignore the horse. Because Great Knight promotion bonuses are cracked, and Warrior promotion bonuses are ass.
I was definitely planning on building supports between these two. That was on purpose. I think we're done.
I mean, weren't you? I think you said you were.
I was going to, but I left them next to each other by accident.
Do you want to get their support?
They don't have a support yet, sadly.
Oh.
Don't want to sell anything else before I leave. Can I trade chain these 2? I'll keep the killer bow. Last chance to sell all the garbage I don't want. You don't need that anymore.
Sell the short bow, sell the slim lance.
Okay.
Sell boars.
That gives me
Sell
plenty of
wolf.
money. If only.
Sell geese. He's the garbage you don't want.
Look at this unit.
Why does he have the Brave Axe?
Because he's
never gonna see combat!
Because no one else had the slot for it, nor the rank for it.
I'm pretty sure Lot has the rank for it.
Oh, he has the rank for it. I just didn't have a slot for it.
Like, he's been using Armads. He definitely has the rank for it. Gonzo can't use it, really?
Nope. He's still just shy of it. Very upsetting.
So rude. Alright, well,
let's get out of here.
Let's go to the desert. Let's go to the worst map in the game.
Oh,
don't
boy.
at me.
It's, I'm sure you're all excited to see the desert map next. Because we get...
How much of it can you see? Because there's fog of war. Get it? Get it? Get it?
Oh, that's true. At least now I know my Game Boy's not messing up. I'll see all of you guys around.